Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and the Wicked Bloodline Extreme Z area is live, and then this FRIEZA just randomly gets a Dokkan Awakening and now an EZA at the same time. Amazing. Dokkan wants to improve, be good. There's many things they need to do, but this is a great start. This is a very easy to obtain unit from the FRIEZA Dokkan event, who now has a Dokkan Awakening, which is just like... Again, this guy, what is his release date? Hold on. This guy came out, I mean, he must have came out when Full Power Frieza came out just after the 1-year anniversary on JP. Obviously, Full Power Frieza came out before the 1-year anniversary on Global. Yeah, this guy's release date is March 1st of 2016. And they, over 4 years later, they give him a Dokkan Awakening. I love that. Now, I have talked about it before, but this guy getting a Dokkan Awakening is actually pretty good because he is the only Final Form Frieza on the Dragon Ball Seeker team. So that's a buff for that team, which does badly need it. Then some other teams he could be useful on, you know, of course, Wicked Bloodline, Diabolical Villain. This guy is super, super good. Now, you need this guy to do the Wicked Bloodline Extreme Z area. So I'm kind of like this video, the cooler video, the Extreme Z area video, I'm kind of all like recording them like in bits and pieces intertwined. I just needed to Dokkan Awaken this guy, Rainbow him. Then I'm going to go through the Extreme Z area, farm him all the way up, EZA him, and then we'll go ahead and go into a showcase for him. But they did an amazing job with both this Final Form Frieza from the fight on Namek, as well as the AGL Cooler from the Baba Shop. Now, this Frieza is going to be way infinitely better just because he's not blocked by one of the top, maybe, you know, I don't know, SCR Cooler could be like a top 7 or 8 unit in the game, I think, at best. Like, so that sort of blocks AGL Cooler, but this guy is not blocked by a unit of that typing. So, let me go ahead and cut now. I'm going to do the EZA area, we'll fully EZA him, and we'll just go straight into an event from here. Alright guys, so we are starting out on the Seekers of the Dragon Ball team. Again, this is the team that does very much interest me with this Frieza. Now, depending upon the circumstances, this Frieza is going to be absolutely, like, jaw-dropping insane, right? Seriously, because despite the fact that he's a free-to-play unit, right? So his stats aren't the greatest, right? Only 12k attack, 8,000 defense, but I mean, he's at 100k defense right there. I mean, that is with the 50% support Vegeta, but here's where a lot of these 50% supports, you know, once they start mixing in some of these category teams, they could be very legitimate options on a lot of these teams, right? Because here's the thing about Vegeta. Vegeta's only giving the buff to himself and Frieza, but he is giving ki to Goku, Trunks, and Pan. As you guys can tell, they're sitting there at 22 ki at the start of turn. Now, Frieza, right, is so ridiculous for a free-to-play unit. He is a god if you're going up against a Goku family enemy. He has 100% attack and defense at the start of turn, and then if there's a Goku family category enemy, it looks like he gets guard against all attacks, all allies get 2 ki and 20% attack and defense, and then he also reduces damage received by 50% when guard is activated. Now, I don't know if that last part is depending upon a Goku family category enemy, but I mean, I guess it has to be, right? Because there's no way to activate guard for Frieza without a Goku family category enemy. Perhaps if there was some sort of item or ability in the future that would, you know, maybe a character could allow other characters to guard on that turn or something like that, maybe that would be relevant for this Frieza, because I'm not completely sure. I'd have to ask Goresh if that reduced damage received by 50% when guard is activated, does that count against only Goku family category enemies? Because that could be relevant in the future if they, you know, make some sort of character that allows other allies to guard, right? Now, again, so to establish, he has 100k defense, he guards, and he has 50% damage reduction. So, like, on this turn right here, Int UI Goku, I think, would barely damage this Frieza. Just to give you guys full context, full clarity of how good this Frieza can be if you're going up against a Goku family category enemy. I have absolutely no issues whatsoever with them limiting this Frieza to being this broken only against Goku family category enemies. I do not mind, because it, like, the Goku family category enemy is still Goku family is still what, like the second largest roster in the game. You know, all these Goku and Gohan units and stuff like that. It's not bad that Frieza is limited in that way. He's just gonna be so crazy. Like, he's just so absolutely insane. I love him. I love him. Like this is amazing, right? I think this is a good way for them to doing free-to-play units in this manner is incredibly smart to me, right? Because if they just made Frieza, like, you know, good equally against all enemies in the game, he wouldn't be as ridiculous. By limiting him in some way, because he's a free-to-play unit, right? They're not going to make him LR Goku, right? Right? Like, obviously. But by limiting him like that, they allow themselves to go crazy with him against that certain type of enemy. I think that's a very healthy way to build the team moving forward. But then it does have value for certain units like, oh, I don't know, like LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? The situation doesn't really matter for him. He's like, you know, he's not strong against a certain type of enemy. He's not even really that much stronger on a certain type of team because of how easy it is for him to get, like, Ki from AGL and Rainbow Orbs, right? You could pretty much put Super Saiyan 4 Goku anywhere. It's one of the big, I think, good things about him. AGL LR Gohan, probably the same way, right? So, the other thing to this Frieza does, which I haven't really discussed, is he does... So, upon everything else good that he does, he also stacks attack and lowers attack, which is, like, ridiculous. I mean, the only way that could be better is if he stacked attack, or, excuse me, if he stacked defense and lowered attack. That would be just like, oh my god, like, that would be the golden. I mean, he almost doesn't even need it because his defense is going to be so good anyway, but this Frieza is, he's ludicrous, right? He's absolutely ludicrous. I love what they did with him. This video is just me praising him the whole time. It's the way it's going to be, right? And he fits very well. 2 million free to play. 2 million, and again, Int UI Goku, I don't think would be able to damage him right there, by the way. Or it would be very, very small amounts of damage, even if he did. So, like, it's nuts. They created a very, very strong unit. The other thing, too, is that this Frieza does Dokkan Awaken with the medals from that Full Power Frieza event, so he has Fierce Battle. What's interesting is he does, because of the way he was awakened earlier, he does have the Formidable Enemy link. That's not something that's really relevant unless a lot of these other units, if they start giving him EZAs, they could be interesting. Like, I'm looking at this. Oh, dude. The Super Saiyan Angel Vegeta. He needs what this Frieza got so bad. If they did that for him, that would be huge. Like, give this exact type of unit to that Angel Vegeta. Because the thing about the Otherworld Warrior team is that, like, it's criminal what they've done with Angel, Goku, and Vegeta, considering how much of an impact they have at certain times throughout the show, right? Like, Angel Vegeta is fighting Kid Buu and stuff like that. He should get a very good banner card, at least. Base form Angel Vegeta, Angel Super Saiyan Vegeta, and Angel Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and then that dramatically increases the power of the Otherworld Warrior category team. But there's a number of units that have Formidable Warrior here, you know, or Formidable Enemy. I mean, there's one of the Arales, Physical Super Saiyan 3 Broly. There's a Cell, a Solza, a Super Buu, a First Form Cell, Buu Piccolo, Buu Gotenks. Like, a lot of units are in here. There's a Beerus, there's a Gotenks, there's another Angel Goku. Well, I guess the Angel Goku does awaken to Super Saiyan 3, right? But, like, this is interesting. This opens up some stuff for them to do. Because if they start doing this with these other Formidable Enemy units, because, again, like, I mean, you guys gotta understand why I'm so positive about this Frieza. You know, it's like, you just use him. If you're going up against a stage that has a Goku family enemy, you want to bring him, period. Because he's a support. He guards, he has damage reduction, he stacks attack, he lowers attack, like, he's insane. And then he has a great link set, too. Like, he doesn't have a weakness besides it's against Goku family enemies, but that's not that big of a deal, I don't think. So, let's keep going, let's keep going. Alright, guys, so now we're on the STR Cooler team. I mean, duh, right? Like, if a unit is on Cooler's team, we do a showcase on Cooler's team, especially when they're a Frieza family unit. I mean, Wicked Bloodline. I guess, actually, honestly, calling it Frieza family makes more sense than Wicked Bloodline, because it's assumed that Frost has the same, like, I get Bloodline, but, like, they don't clarify it, right? Like, Wicked Bloodline, I feel like Frost could be a part of that. If it was called Frieza family, okay, Frost is not there, I get it. It's kind of like how in Dokkan, it's called the Goku family, so Bardock is on there. But in Legends, it's called the Sun family tag, so Bardock is not on there, because obviously Bardock has nothing to do with Grandpa Gohan, right? So it does make sense. But in Legends, they probably should change it to Goku family to put Bardock on there. I mean, I think that would be good. That would be really cool. Okay, anyway. So, Frieza. Again, here we go. we're against a Goku family category enemy. We've got Cooler here with support. We have Turles here with support. I mean, Frieza's just going to be insane, right? Like, any situation with a Goku family enemy present, this Frieza is a dominant monster, even though he's 100% free to play. Like, this is... It's so good. 3 mil. Woo! Boy! That is, pretty good by Cooler. 3 mil. Because, again, like Kefla, right? Where I suck off Kefla relentlessly because Kefla can hit 3 million turn 1. Cooler just did that, too. Very impressive. I mean, Kefla still gets a 50% chance to dodge, but then Cooler, he supports other allies, so... You know, I think the dodging is probably a little bit more valuable than support, but it's right there, right? Like, I don't have an issue with people thinking Cooler is better, and I would say there's a very, very likely possibility that by the time I finish, like, all the content I have planned for Kefla, I probably will like Cooler better, too. Like, you know, Cooler is... there's a reason people go so crazy for him, right? there's a real reason. Okay, so we probably, I don't know, I probably won't go too much longer. I mean, we've seen what we need to see from Frieza, right? In terms of difficult events, obviously the Legendary Goku event, this Frieza is like borderline a must. What's interesting is the other free-to-play EZA is also great for long events. Cooler, the AGL Cooler, but the only issue with him is like, are you going to bring him or STR Cooler? Like, you kind of, you know, you pick between the two, which is insane. You probably could just go for AGL Cooler over SCR Cooler for Legendary Goku event. Because, again, he is a defensive stacking unit. You know, we just got the Int Golden Frieza defensive stacking unit, plus this Int Final Form Frieza. And then very quickly, there's just, like, literally no issues whatsoever defensively for that Wicked Bloodline team. Now that I think about it, there's missions for Wicked Bloodline. Probably why they did this, huh? Because, you know, unless you have SDR Cooler, doing the full Wicked Bloodline team versus Legendary Goku event is incredibly difficult for sure. I was able to do it back when the Goku event first came out, but, like, I'm a whale, right? I've got everything rainbowed. Like, most people aren't going to be ready to do that. So, that's probably why these two came out. The Cooler and the Frieza EZAs. It does make a lot of sense to me. That's good. That's good. So that way a lot of other players, 2 million right there. Remember, Frieza does stack attacks, so there's not really like a highest attack stat we're looking for or anything like that. God, Cooler is so good. Like, he really is. Man, I'm doing this video right here, and I'm kind of like, yeah, you know, I kind of think Cooler is better than Kefla again. I'm going to be going back and forth. I mean, no matter what, I think it's like Cooler, Kefla. Beerus has got to be in there, and then I don't feel good leaving Bardock out of that class either. And then, of course, again, I count EZA separate, right? Otherwise, I mean, Vegito Blue is actually probably better than Kefla and Cooler. He probably is. I'm gonna let Zamasu, I very rarely get this active skill. I'm gonna let Zamasu get this active skill and attack, and then I guess we'll finish up. Maybe, I mean, I guess let me do an event where we're not actually going against the Goku family enemy. I'll go into the Kefla event next, and we'll get like 1 or 2 attack stats with Frieza, and see how Frieza will do in the Kefla event, right? Without that Goku family category ability. But I highly encourage that if you're going to use this Frieza at all, you just save it for when you're fighting a Goku family enemy, right? That's what you really should be doing. So, all right, we'll head to the Kefla event real quick, and then we'll move into Frieza's breakdown after that. All right, so hold on, wait. So we have this turn right here. I just want to see what Cooler is going to do right here, because, I mean, this Frieza, he's got Universe's Most Malevolent. Doesn't Cooler have Nightmare? I don't know. Cooler doesn't have Nightmare, does he? He doesn't. Okay. So, I mean, Frieza has Universe's Most Malevolent, 15% attack, and Fierce Battle, 15% attack. So Frieza's giving Cooler 30%, plus the 20% from his passive, 50%. Then Kid Buu's giving 50%. Actually, we could do this. Yeah, we can, because Kid Buu has Big Bat, well, Kid Buu does have Big Bat bosses, which we're not going to activate, but he also has Brutal Beatdown. Now, I'm curious. Okay, so this is the friend Cooler. Keep that in mind. And he's only at 1 dupe, so we could go way higher than this. Cooler's sticker effect is sucks, by the way. That's horrible. Oh, that's a negative for Cooler. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, come on. Oh, I mean, cool. Okay, so Cooler takes a fat L. Kefla, Beerus, and well, Bardock's is okay. But Kefla and Beerus have great-looking stickers, so that's an unfortunate thing for our boy Cooler. Let's see what damage Cooler does right here. Keep in mind that Cooler is going to super and guaranteed crit and probably kill Goku. But then he potentially could do a second super attack, and he potentially could do a third super attack as well. So let me see what oh, this is double digits, by the way. Oh, Frieza is so crazy. All right, yep. Uh-huh. Well, it did actually do damage, but... Okay, 2.9, that's not nearly what I was thinking it was going to be. Yeah, I mean, he's not Rainbow, but it is guaranteed crit. And then he does have the multiple attacks coming afterwards. Because I'm just in my head, I'm comparing him to Kefla, right? But I'm trying to push his damage up a little bit in my head. Maybe like 3.3 or 3.4 million if he was Rainbowed. I think somewhere around there probably is what he'd be. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, though, I mean, she's busting out 4 million attack stats, but she does it twice. Guaranteed twice, though. Whereas Cooler, his second super attack is only like a 30% chance. But Cooler against most of the game is going to be guaranteed critting. It's close. It's very difficult. Like, I actually think it's... No matter what happens at the end, I think Kefla versus Cooler is actually super close, man. They're both insane, though. No, and one thing that really helps them both is that they're great together. Alright, guys, so this will be interesting. Let's see what Frieza's damage is. What is his defense, by the way? Still 95k is pretty good. Actually, No, the support ability is definitely when there's a go... I don't know. Wasn't that what it was before? 95k? Wait a minute. Wait. This exact... Hold on. This exact setup wasn't Frieza at 95k defense, because if his defense is the same, that means his support ability would activate. No, his support ability is not active because Zamasu. Okay. For a second, I almost was like, whoa, wait a minute, this Frieza's way better than I thought. But no, I could tell by Zamasu that Frieza's support type ability is not active. Okay. Yeah, I just looked at Zamasu's key and I see that he's not getting the 2 key from Frieza, so I was like, okay. That would have made Frieza insane if he still had his support type ability. Alright, so let me see what he's got right here. 1.53? Damn, he still hits very hard. Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's just not as good as defensively, but he's just overall a really good unit. I mean, I guess he is an EZA, so of course he's going to be good, right? But I was impressive. I mean, again, we're not fighting a Goku family category enemy, so... Like, a lot of what Frieza was able to do is sort of, like, you know, blocked off right there. I'm impressed. This is an amazing unit. This is, like, I don't know where I would put him exactly in EZAs. Like, you know, in terms of free-to-play units, he's probably, like, top 5. I don't know, close. Top 5, depending upon if you're fighting a Goku family enemy, right? But he's super good. Like, this is a great unit for them to have added into the game. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at his details now. Alright, guys, so this is Furious Wrath, Frieza Final Form. And again, just one last second to suck Frieza off right here. They did a great job. I mean, this Frieza was complete ass cheeks fodder. He was just an SSR from a free-to-play unit from an event. And they turned him into this. So, I mean, like, honestly, now at this point, like, any random idea, like, oh, what if they EZA'd this guy and did this? Like, I feel like it's all on the table because they have EZA just completely random units. Even on Global, they've tossed out, like, the most hype EZA first on Global, Vegito Blue, like, so, like, any, like, EZA theory, I feel like, could be valid at this point. Like, we don't know what they're gonna do. EZA continues to be the best thing in Dokkan, so that's great that they did this. So Frieza's EZA leader skill is Wicked Bloodline category, Key 3, 77% of stats, or Int gets Key 3 and 50% of stats, so that's good. His super attack is the Death Blaster, which stacks attack, does supreme damage, and lowers attack. The only issue with this Frieza is that his super attack sucks, right? His animation is very bad. Besides that, though, I don't have any other complaints about him. His passive skill, Last Minute Obsession. Okay. 100% attack and defense. And then, okay, so he gets 100% attack and defense start of turn, which is good. Then, if there's a Goku family category enemy, he guards all attacks, and then all allies get 2 key and 20% attack and defense. Now, I want to point out how strong that support ability is because it's all allies, right? That makes it very good. And it's only 20% attack and defense, but that's still a nice little buff. And it's 2 key. It's so good, right? And then again, the last part Reduce damage received by 50% when guard is activated. I don't think that's only if there's a Goku family category enemy. I think this Frieza will be able to have that damage reduction active if you could, in the future, potentially activate his guard in some other manner. So that would be interesting for this Frieza. I mean, again, I'm going to probably ask Goresh, like, the way it's worded in Japanese, but the other thing, too, is that sometimes, just the way these passives are worded, we can't tell for sure unless we actually test the situation out in-game anyway, right? Look at some of the Kale and Khalifa units, or Vados, for an example of that. Frieza's links are Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Shocking Speed, Trunks Clan in Space, Nightmare, Formidable Enemy, and Fierce Battle. So he has an amazing link set, as nearly all Frieza units do. It's so good. The only link that kind of sucks is Formidable Enemy, but, I mean, you know, it's whatever. It's not a big deal, because he has every other one of his links is, like, super top tier, so that's really good. His 12K multiplier is 140%. Beautiful. That's what we wanted to see right there. And then he is on several different category teams. And again, despite the fact that our boy Frieza here, like, even though he's already my favorite Final Form Frieza in the game, I like this guy better than the STR one. I mean, the STR one does way more damage, and the STR one is good against, like, all enemies, right? Whereas this Frieza you want to use against Goku family. But this is my type of unit right here. An amazing defensive wall, and he's a support. Like, he's just exactly what I want. A nice addition to the Planet Namek Saga team, for sure. For sure. I still think we could get a Dokkan Fest exclusive or LR in this Final Form Frieza slot, and we definitely will. I don't know if he'll go into Full Power Frieza or Golden Frieza. Probably Golden Frieza, and then I bet you we'll get a third form Frieza that'll go all the way up to full power. That's what I assume, because right now there is no decent third form Frieza, and there's an LR for first form, there's a really good EZA for second form, so I think a Dokkan Fest third form Frieza that goes to full power, like, you know, goes to final form and then another transformation into full power, that would be ideal. Frieza's also on Transformation Boost, which, I mean, you know, I don't need to talk about Transformation Boost. We know. Wicked Bloodline needed this. Just because Wicked Bloodline is just so, like, there's only so many characters that they could put on there, right? So 2 EZA units being added to it is very helpful. He's also over here on the Seekers of the Dragon Ball, one of the big reasons I love this Frieza, because he is the only Final Form Frieza that is on this category. What's interesting is, I mean, I do think all of the Final Form Frieza and Full Power Frieza should be on Seekers of the Dragon Ball, because just look at his fight with Super Saiyan Goku. Frieza abandons the fight against Goku to fly to Porunga to try and get his wish granted. Honestly, again, I feel like every Frieza from the fight with Goku, every Frieza from Namek should be on the category for sure. I mean, that is your evidence right there. Frieza takes off. He says, oh, Goku, later, I'm out of here. I'm going to the dragon. Yeah, so, like, this Frieza's not on target Goku because, like, Frieza meets Goku and then fights him. So, like, I'm okay that he's not on target Goku, but all the Friezas should be on Seekers of the Dragon Ball for sure. But this Frieza at least is on there. I presume the reason why Frieza's on here is because he's a Dokkan Awakening from first form Frieza, and then they never really amended it, right? It's one of those things where some of these units that have the category, like, look at all the golden Friezas on the Planet Namek Saga category, which is the stupidest thing in the world. I pray every day that they will fix that, right? Can we go down to these golden Friezas on this category, please? Because, yeah, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, remember when golden Frieza's on Namek? No, it's just asinine. Please fix that. Frieza's also over here on, what is this? Diabolical Villains? No, this is Terrifying Conquerors right here. I believe this is Terrifying Conquerors. Frieza will definitely be good there. A nice key support for the team. And then this one, this is Diabolical Villain right here. Again, Diabolical Villain, like, you know, AGL Rosé's EZA, and then, like, this Frieza. Like, you put a couple of those units on this team, and then you can fill it up with anything you want. Full Power Frieza, you know, Tech LR Broly. Like, it's just an insane roster, and it's going to be better and better as time goes on. The only thing with Diabolical Villains is that Vegeta and Nappa suck as a leader unit. They're not really great. Dokkan events, Vegeta and Nappa aren't great. Vegeta and Nappa is the best World Tournament unit, and they're a god-level unit in Super Battle Road and Legendary Goku event and Battlefield and EZA and stuff like that. But for Dokkan events, Vegeta and Nappa, their damage is low, and Nappa's links aren't the best either. So right now, Diabolical Villains is in a very weird spot. a worse spot than the Artificial Lifeform team was in, by the way, because that team always gelled very well, even though it didn't have a great leader skill. But, I mean, you know, this Vegeta and Nappa, man, we got to get a better Diabolical Villain leader for this team for sure. I think, like, a new LR Broly, like a base form Broly that transforms from the first Broly movie or something like that, could be the Diabolical Villain leader. And they will do infinite more Brolys, by the way, because Broly is one of the top sellers that this game could put out and one of the most popular characters. So there's this Frieza. I feel like this video went on super long, but I mean, this Frieza is just so damn godly. Like, it's insane. So let me know what you guys think. I will do a video for Cooler next.